Ready to tickle those temples?
Welcome to the Bookfather's Temple Tickling Guides. Hey, we got this book.
It tickled our temples.
Or do they not? Because there are some really weird toddler books out there.
I'm almost more interested in the books that don't tickle temples. We have 3 criteria. Book fun? Is this book fun? That's important for a kid. And for the person reading the book 100 times.
Yes.
Second up is terrific terminology.
Is the book giving your kid more vocabulary?
Yes.
And then the third category that we're going to rate these books on are the graphics.
Are they tickling?
Are they temple tickling?
Us, your book fathers, will attempt to guide you.
Today's book that I want to present is called Construction Site in the Hello World series by Jill McDonald. I'll tell you right up front, I love this book. My daughter loves this book. She's 1. She loves to flip through it, and she likes the variable levels in it. But let's start off, first of all, by asking the important question, book fun.
Book fun?
Is this book fun? And the answer is yes, this book is fun. This book has great onomatopoeia, which is something that we've talked about, and I'll get into that in terrific terminology, but it starts clank, vroom, boom. What's that noise? We're at the construction site. On the front page, it says, put on your hard hat, let's go see. And then there are these little statements here with asterisks throughout the book. This one says construction workers wear hard hats to protect their heads. And every page afterwards has something like that. Push with this cute little vehicle here. Bulldozer clears the land, moving rocks and rubble. Tracks on the wheels help it crawl on uneven ground. And then the parenthetical statement there that adds a little bit more information. The big metal plate in the front is called a blade. But yeah, just lots of fun here. There's a dog in the back of this dump truck, and there are a couple dogs in the book, and my daughter loves to go through and pick out the dogs. And she loves to hear the sounds. Sometimes she likes to look at the picture a little bit and let me read a little bit more. But one of the things that we've talked about in the past is having multiple reading, like variable reading levels in these books, allows them to be something that kids will come back to over and over again and learn more from as it goes. So yeah, this book is a lot of fun. The illustrations are really cute. The sounds are great. She loves the sounds, and she likes to hear about what all of these construction vehicles and everything are doing. There's one with a food truck even, and then every time we get to the end, she waits for it because I say woo woo, the day is done. The whistle blows and the day is done. And she loves to go woo woo, and that's just really cute. It's a fun book. It's fast. So on book fun, I'll give it a 5. I think it's a really great, fun book. You can come back to it a lot with your kid. You can go through, and this gets into terrific terminology. You can flip the pages for a kid who's young, like my daughter, 1 year old, and just do the onomatopoeia. Clank, vroom, boom, and show the different ways that things are moving. Tip, scoop, just thinking about different action words and different onomatopoeic sounds kind of helps build vocabulary in that way. But then there's additional reading and genuinely interesting information about construction vehicles in this book. Like, talks about how an excavator is also called a digger, which is a term that I've seen in lots of books. People will, flip-flop excavator, digger. But it's like, oh yeah, that's good to know. There's this particular page has a truck on it, and this is a fun one that I can see when she gets a little bit older, where you can point out all of the different things the truck is carrying. And there's one with a forklift where you can compare boxes, small, medium, and large, and use directions, talk about directionality, like up and down. And there's a vehicle in here called a trencher, which digs trenches for cables and phone lines. And I didn't even know those existed. So I'm learning as I go. So yeah, terrific terminology. I'll give it a 4. And the reason I'll give it a 4 is sometimes those parenthetical or asterisk statements are facts about vehicles. And sometimes they are just, like interesting facts or asides. Like this one on the food truck says a food truck is a restaurant on wheels. But then the dump truck one says the largest dump truck in the world is so big you need stairs to get into it. And I just feel like there's a category error where the asterisk isn't always like advancing information. Sometimes it's just like an additional statement that the author wanted to put on the page, it seems like. But
Gotcha.
but that's fine. I just think the inconsistency to me drops it a level, but otherwise I love the multiple levels. I love the onomatopoeia. It's a very interactive book in terminology, and for graphics, this is where the book gets its lowest points for me. I'll give it a 3, and here's why. Personally, I love this artwork. I think the artwork is great. I think it's really cute. It's like construction paper or like mixed media style. It's very imaginative, and personally, my daughter loves it. However, I could see how this art style could be, one, slightly misleading in that it's it doesn't portray things exactly as they are for a book about facts, right? So you might look at it and say like, oh well, it kind of looks like a bulldozer, but also kind of doesn't, right? In some ways.
Show us some more.
The other one is like the concrete mixer. It's pretty well done, but
okay, so it's kind of like an Eric Carle style.
Yeah, which I would say the same thing about Eric Carle's style. Some people will like it and some people will hate it, and so I give it that middling number because that might be the case for you. If you love this kind of art style, you'll like it, but also some kids are drawn to it and some kids are not, right? Like some kids would pick this up and be really engaged by this art, and some kids would not be because they're missing out on either like some realism or more cartoony look, and kind of the like surreal can sometimes be lost on kids, which is something I've seen. I've seen other kids like just blow by this book and not even look at it. My daughter is attracted to it greatly, so I think that the author who does the art as well, Jill McDonald, is an amazing artist, but it just might not be for everybody. So that's my rating. So 5 on the book fun, 4 on terrific terminology, and graphics get a 3, a middling number. You decide what you think of the graphics. And that's construction site from the Hello World series.
One suggestion for all of our parents out there: utilize your public libraries. The libraries have really great activities that they have going on, events that they have going on.
Having books around for kids is one of the best things you can do. Picking the right ones is important. That's why we have developed these temple tickling guides.
Continue to tickle the temples of your toddlers.
Until next time, bye for this time, guys.
Bye for this time, guys.